Traits of toxic parents. This is a very sensitive topic because we always believe that it is rude to say something bad about our parents. We always believe in the statement, all parents do what is best for their children. Well, it is true that parents want the best for their kids, but that kind of mindset is not enough to give their children the mental and emotional care they need. Sadly, some parents become perfectionists because they always want their kids to be the best. They don't think about how their children feel anymore, and that's when they fall into making toxic habits with their kids without even realizing it. Welcome to Self-Dominion channel, where we talk about book reviews, business ideas, philosophy, business strategies, and many more. Before we continue, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure you're updated whenever I post a new video. For today's topic, we will be talking about the traits of toxic parents. What are toxic parents? Just to be clear, the word toxic here is not connected to any medical concept. Toxic parents are parents who consistently behave in ways that cause guilt, fear, or obligation in their children. Toxic parents are those parents who are more concerned about their needs than the needs of their children. So, if you're ready, here are 8 traits of toxic parents that you should know. Number 1. They discipline in a wrong way. Anytime a parent disciplines their child, the expectation is that they're doing it because they love their children. The purpose of discipline in parenting is to teach your child how to be a better person and how to act properly so that they won't hurt other people. But, lots of toxic parents lose control with this. Instead, they end up disciplining their kids as a knee-jerk reaction to their own emotions. A toxic parent might feel angry, annoyed, disappointed, embarrassed, scared, and they may do some physical punishment when their child behaves in a certain way. They are more focused about how the situation will affect them instead of understanding and knowing what is happening to their kid to behave that way. Number 2. They hate their child's friends. Every child will surely have friends. But, toxic parents will prefer to make their child alone instead of having friends. Why? Because they think that friends are not good and will only influence their child to do bad things. They'll criticize and judge their kids' friends just to make them stay away from their kids. Dr. Greenberg said, toxic parents criticize their child's friends. If you are criticizing their friends, you are criticizing your kids. At least, that's what they take from this behavior. Instead, find out why each of their friends are special to them. See? This kind of behavior will only cause negative outcomes and will make your kids hate you. Number 3. They always put their feelings first. Parents may believe that their feelings should come first during family matters, but this is a very selfish kind of thinking that is not going to make positive relationships. Even though parents do need to make the final decision about almost everything, it is necessary to consider the feelings of every family member, including their children. Toxic individuals constantly force children to suppress their own feelings in order to impress their parents. Number 4. They compare their child to others. One of the most common behaviors of a toxic parent is comparing a child to his siblings or friends in the hopes that he will exhibit or exceed the same good behavior. Parents feel that the child may understand the issue easily if they explain by giving examples of others. In reality, comparisons do not serve as a motivation. It will only make your child feel disappointed about themselves. You should be content and proud about your child. You should always think that each child has their own unique capabilities and skills. Do not compare your kids with other people just to pinpoint their weak sides and mistakes. Number 5. They don't want their kids to be happy. As much as people love to say that all parents want the best for their children, many of us know that isn't true. Some toxic parents aren't happy when their kids are happy, and they may be jealous of their own children. Toxic parents like to sabotage, and they might be quite cruel to their face or make offhand remarks meant to chip away a child's sense of self-worth. They always do things that make their kids feel sad. Number 6. They expect the worst of their own kids. Everybody knows that teenagers are not typically the most responsible or wisest people around. That's no insult to teens, however. It's just that developmentally, and even culturally, they don't usually have the tools they need to make their best decisions. The whole problem with expecting the worst, though, is that you tend to bring the worst behavior in your kids. Most kids feel it pretty deeply when they recognize that their own parents don't think good of them. Healthy parents recognize that the teenage years can be hard, and they strive for a healthy balance of understanding and expectations along with age and individually appropriate responsibilities. Number 7. They scare their children. Respect and fear do not need to go hand in hand. In fact, children who feel loved, supported, and connected are much more likely to be happy as adults. Although discipline is necessary from time to time, non-toxic parents do not use highly fearful actions and words that are permanently damaging. Children should not need to be afraid to be respectful, and adults should not need to end up feeling anxious each time their parents call or email. Number 8. Manipulation. Toxic parents will always say the words "we have done so much for you," just to make their kids feel guilty and responsible for them. Listen up, parents. You have an obligation to raise your kids, but you're not your kids' responsibility, and it's a very toxic mindset that you'll raise them just to take care of you when you grow old. Well, yes, it is always good to give back, but you don't have to put in your kids' mind that they should spend all of their life being thankful that you brought them into this world. Let them enjoy and be happy with their life. You don't have any right to make a child if you'll only make him feel sad and miserable. Kids watch and learn from their parents. You must be a good role model worthy of respect to get your kids to listen and respect you. Whether you become a parent or not, you should stop repeating toxic cycles with your loved ones or other people. Being toxic is a very bad thing, and you'll just end up hurting others and yourself. If you grew up with a toxic parent as a model, then make sure to stop that history. It's not too late to realize that your abusive childhood experiences will affect your children or future children. You already know how it feels to grow up with those kinds of parents, so make sure you'll not do it, and that you'll become a better parent who wants the best for their kids in a good and right way. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this video and find this helpful, please make sure to subscribe and hit that subscribe button and notification bell to make sure you're updated whenever I post a new video. This is Self Dominion Channel, and I'll see you again next time. Peace.